Good morning. It's just before 10 o'clock on Monday the 5th of November. That's Bonfire Night 2018, and here I am at Polzeath, where I finished the walk on Friday afternoon, last Friday, and I went and parked up in Wadebridge for the weekend because there are shops and supermarkets and all sorts of things going on there, a bigger town than to stay in a place like this as an example, which is a coastal resort where most of the things have closed down now. Today's objective is to reach Polzeath or Polzeath, whichever one it is, and if I have the time, to make it further on to Rock, where there's a ferry that crosses the River Wade and takes me into Padstow, and I'm rather hopeful of doing that. So I've got options. There is a bus that will take me from either Polzeath or Rock back into Wadebridge, and if I don't make it all the way into across the river, then I can get a bus back to Wadebridge and start again from Padstow tomorrow, assuming the weather's okay. The forecast for the next week isn't good. There's lots of rain, lots of showery, sunshiny weather, and so today I've got waterproofs and I'm well wrapped up. I've got 2 layers of clothes on and my hat, my neck warmer, everything that I need to keep myself as warm and dry as possible, and I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and walk in the rain. Well, I'm just north of Port Quinn now, and I've met Alan and Jess. And so what are you up to today then, Jess? What's the plan?
Well, we started out in Polzeath and we walked all the way to Port Quinn, and now we're taking the coast path back to Polzeath. So we've done a loop this morning.
And how long have you been walking then?
A few hours?
Yeah, only a few hours today.
Yeah, not too long.
About 8 to 10 years in total we've been doing it as a cheap holiday alternative.
Yeah.
So I guess then that you've done lots of stretches of this, the North Cornwall stretch.
Yeah, we've done a few in Devon, a few down here.
Yes.
I say we haven't gone too mad, but
yes,
just for the scenery we've been attempting to walk the entire coast path bit at a time.
Yes.
Bit by bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you said earlier on, it's really nice because there's not many people on it now. We can imagine in the summer this will be like a queue of people walking.
Yeah, it's not quite so nice. We always try to come a little bit out of season. Things are a little bit cheaper and it is more pleasant. pleasant, a bit quieter.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. I mean, the only thing is, of course, is I'm an avid tea drinker. It's just finding the cafes open, because a lot of these cafes and stuff seem to be closing down now,
Yeah,
don't
they
they?
do, don't they?
Yeah.
I know there's one at Polzeath on the beach, because the bus passed it this morning.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a container on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I came through there on Saturday, and there was hundreds of people on the beach.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't find anywhere to park. You know, it was amazing, really. This is on a Saturday morning, and so I'm looking forward to going back there and getting a sandwich or something like that.
Hat drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you been to any other walks in the country, or is it just strictly this area?
We have walked around Wales, done a lot in Snowdonia.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Sort of up and down mountains.
You're a mountain person, like for
Not really, we're more coast, to be honest.
Right.
We just needed something to break away now and then and do
Right.
something a little bit different, so
Yeah.
we decided to do that as well.
I can recommend the Lynn Peninsula is very
Yeah.
nice. That's fabulous, and Anglesey.
Yeah, we've been up
Yeah,
near Anglesey a
Anglesey.
little bit
Yeah,
as
I
well.
was
it's beautiful.
very taken by
Yeah.
Anglesey. I thought it was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a nice place.
Yeah,
And
it's
hopefully one day we'll venture up a bit further to Scotland, and
Yes.
we've recently started going to the Lake District a few
Yeah,
times, so
yeah.
Well, the lakes are nice, aren't
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
only been up for the first time this year, so
Yes.
maybe a little bit more in future.
Yes. And there's the coastal part, the coast to coast from St Bees.
Yeah, the Wainwright Walk.
Yes, that
Yeah.
comes across to my neck of the woods up to Robin Hood's Bay,
Yeah.
North Yorkshire,
Yeah.
which is a lovely,
So-
lovely one. And the Americans really like that.
We do.
I think there's a company actually. I'm not being disrespectful. There's a company that promote that walk in particular, and you get. I saw 25, 30, 40, 50 people,
Yeah.
Americans on that.
I can imagine.
All quite, when I say elderly people, middle-aged
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
and they loved it. They thought it was wonderful.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been very nice meeting you, and
And you.
the
You
best
as
of
well.
luck to you in the future. And I hope you continue to do your walking, and you know, it's
And to you.
Yeah,
Hope you make
absolutely.
it all the way round.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hope
Very,
the weather's good for you.
thank you very much indeed. It's very nice to meet you. Bye bye.
you as well.
Bye bye. Well, I'm almost at Port Quinn now, and I've met Steve and his wife Trish, who's standing behind me. She's very camera shy, but not to worry. So where are you off to today, Steve?
We're just going to Port Isaac for a spot of lunch,
Yes.
and then we're going to go back the inland walk back to Port Quinn.
Right. Is this a regular thing for you then? Are you?
We've been coming down here since I was 4 or 5 years old. So
Really?
yeah.
Oh well.
So-
That's.
Yeah, so we're from Dorset originally, so
Yes.
we've got the best of both worlds in
Right.
Dorset, and we come walking down here. So
Yes. I mean, it's a fantastic part of the world, isn't it? You
beautiful,
know?
absolutely stunning.
You
Yeah.
can see why walkers are attracted to this in the same way as I thought the Pembrokeshire coastal path was very nice
Yeah.
in Wales. You know, there's a big similarity.
Yeah. No, it's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the weather can be a bit challenging, but generally, no, it's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we've just hit that period now. I know.
We're
Looking
lucky.
at the week's
Yeah.
forecast, I mean,
Yeah.
I decided to squeeze this in today. I missed out yesterday. I was a little bit slow in getting started,
Yeah.
and I've got my camper van in Wadebridge, and,
Oh right.
and
Yeah.
I just had a day off. I thought, well, it's not-
Tomorrow's not looking too clever.
No, I know it isn't. So you've just got to get maybe a 4 or 5 hour walking while you can, really.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I know it's forecast to rain this afternoon at about
Yeah.
3 o'clock onwards, 4
Right,
o'clock
okay.
onwards.
Oh, we'll take our chances.
Okay, pleasure meeting you, Steve.
And you. Good luck with your walk around the UK.
Thank you very much. I'm only about 8 days from Land's End, I've calculated.
Right. Okay.
But that depends on the weather. I mean, that's
Yeah.
walking days.
Right.
But I think the weather's going to slow me down quite a lot in the
Yeah.
next few days. You know, I've just got to be patient.
Take it
really.
steady. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Nice to meet
Good.
you.
And you.
I've
Bye-bye.
reached Port Isaac and I've bumped into this lovely looking family out for a walk. And your name is?
Kerry,
Kerry,
Eva,
Eva,
Ruben.
sorry,
Ruben.
Ruben,
Owen,
Owen, and
what's your name?
Nia.
Lilia.
Nia.
Nia. Oh, that's a lovely name, isn't it? So where are you off to today? Just having a...
Just off up to Port Isaac and back, hoping to get a pasty and a pint in Port Isaac, and
Yes.
and then back home. So
Yeah.
we live in Somerset, and we're going home today. So it's our last
Right.
day.
So are you a family of walkers then? You've always
Yes.
done this?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, and this one's getting into it
She's
now,
getting
aren't
to
she?
enjoy it.
Yeah.
She's
She
got her
will.
boots on and everything,
She
hasn't she?
has.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you. I know it's only a brief hello, and I can just feel 1 or 2 spots of rain.
Yeah.
I know it's due to start raining quite heavily at about 5 o'clock.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
told.
we're hoping to miss that.
Yeah.
Be back into there.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
so.
Okay. Very nice to meet you all.
Good luck
And
with
you,
the rest
good
of your
luck.
journey.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Say
Give
bye,
me a wave.
Mia.
Mia. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. So here we are now. I can actually see over my left shoulder, I can see where I'm going to, and that's a place called Polzeath or Polzeath, I'm not sure which it is. And I met these three lovely people who are from Australia. And they're just having a look up here. They've never been to this part of this neck of the woods before. So your name is?
Gemma. Hello.
Gemma.
I'm Ken.
Ken.
Eleni. Hey.
Eleni.
It's my birthday today, so I'm 27.
Your
that's why
birthday,
we're here.
27.
27.
Well, that's it. Well, that's brilliant.
Thank you.
So are you going to celebrate in style tonight then?
Yep, going out drinking and having a good night. So.
Where are you going? I might come.
I'll meet you there, Drew. We don't know yet. We'll let you know. We'll add you on Facebook and let you know.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. I don't think you'd be picking Wadebridge though. It's a bit of a sleepy hole. But there's a lot more going on there than there is on the coast.
Yeah.
And Ken, how long have you been in Britain then?
Only about 2 weeks.
2
Yeah.
weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks now.
Yep.
So what's your first impressions?
Cool, wet, and friendly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
People are friendly.
That's interesting that you should say that. I find it on the coast people do tend to be, I mean, okay, I'm from a city. I don't know where are you from? Where are you from? In
Sydney.
From
Sydney,
Sydney,
Australia.
Yeah.
which is a big city, and so you get used to city life and city attitude, don't you? Really?
Yeah.
So when you come out in the sticks like this, where they want to
People are.
attract people to the coast, and so everybody's friendly because it's all business.
Yeah.
And I don't
Exactly.
mean that in a derogatory way. I mean they are naturally friendly, which is very, very nice to hear that. And what about yourself? You're Sydney as well? And
I am from Sydney, yes. Yep.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
but nothing like a good coastal walk to warm your heart,
that's
you know.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the hills can be a bit take your breath away.
Yeah.
It depends how far you're going to walk and all the rest of it. But I recommend it to anybody. Walking is really good, and these coastal paths
No, it's great.
are really well defined, and it's all well mapped, and you know, there's a lot to be said for it.
Well, just
Anyway.
on the beginning, so.
Been a pleasure to meet you all.
You too, Jim. Good luck with
thanks, Jim.
everything.
Good
All
luck.
very nice, young, vibrant people, all dressed in black leather. I like that. You look as if you're kind of a rock band.
Yeah, look,
Yeah, we do actually.
Which one's the drummer?
if we get lost,
He plays guitar.
You're a guitarist.
Guitarist.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's the backup singer.
singer, vocals.
Yeah.
Are you
Bass
serious?
guitar.
Oh, yeah.
He does play in a
Oh,
band,
right.
not me,
Oh,
but yeah.
right. Right, oh, well, that's excellent. What sort of stuff do you do then?
Sort of like alternative kind of psychedelic.
Wow, well, that's brilliant. Oh, I'd love to see something like that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good. 10
Okay.
guitars, so it's great.
Well, it's been lovely meeting you.
You too,
I've got to
thanks.
press
Take
on
care,
because
we'll
I've got
follow
to
your
get a bus to
travels.
catch. Yeah, lovely.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I've reached Polzeath, and this is Wave Hunters, and this is Rachel, and looks like you've been busy all day then, Rachel.
We have been very busy all day actually, just sort of winding down other units and keeping this one open.
Really?
Yes.
I passed through here on Saturday, but I couldn't find anywhere to park with my camper van. But there was loads of people about on Saturday morning.
Yeah, Polzeath is one of the busiest beaches all year round, so
Really?
so it's really, yeah, really good. 'Cause we're so close to Rock and the estuary, so you can go from
Yes.
Rock straight over to Padstow,
Yes.
Weybridge.
That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow to walk from here to Padstow.
Amazing.
And I've got my camper van in Weybridge at the moment.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
I can get the bus from here back to Weybridge really easy. But no, it looks a really lively spot. And is it nearly all surfers then, or?
Is it nearly all surfers, girls? Yes, they're surfers.
yeah.
We do surf instructors, so we've got the cafe here, and then we do surf lessons and boat trips and things like that in summer. So they do
Fantastic.
school surf lessons and things.
Right. So I'll bet it's heaving then during the summer.
There can be up to 5,000 people on this beach alone.
5,000 people on the beach.
This is the nice time of year. It's when the locals enjoy it all.
Right.
So, and this whole coastline is so beautiful.
Yes,
and
it is.
you'll be discovering and walking it.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
it's brilliant.
It is. Well, nice to meet you, and all of you actually. You're all. and thank you for the cup of tea and stuff.
Thank you.
And I'll probably see you tomorrow morning. What time do you open tomorrow morning?
We are here from 8 a.m.
Oh, I'll be here.
until dark.
I'll be here for a cup of tea at 8. This is the first one I've had all day.
Well, come and have a cup of tea. Enjoy it. You
Thank-
deserve it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye now. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye, girls. Bye bye. What about this girl? She hasn't waved bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye now. It's 4:30 now, and I've arrived here in Polzeath, or Polzeath as I've always called it. And my friend Linda sent me a note yesterday on Facebook saying she's enjoying the North Cornwall scenery and places, and that she spent some time here, so this I'm going to dedicate to her, bearing in mind that I'm back in exactly the same place tomorrow morning to set off heading for Rock and then across the river to Padstow. That depends on the weather, as I've been talking about earlier on. The weather forecast for the next week is very unsettled. Strong winds, loads of rain, occasional sort of sunshine and showers, but it's very difficult to be able to make any plans where from one day to the next it seems to change. And but I'm gonna risk doing some walking in the rain. I've covered my camera today in polythene and stuff like that, so it does get some protection now, and it doesn't make any difference to the way it operates. And so today I noticed there was a sign saying 5.5 miles to Polzeath and 2 miles to Port Isaac, which is 7.5 miles total. And yet I've just looked on my Fitbit counter, which I'm just checking now, and as you can see, 27,840 steps, 20.8 kilometres, so 20.8, that's 12 miles. So where do they get that from? It's completely misleading. It's nearly twice that distance to walk it, and yet on the coastal path they're telling you the road mileage is, and what's the point in that? And I'm quite sure a lot of other walkers have been confused by it. Steve and I came across this last week, where there was a sign more or less saying that it was only 4 or 5 miles from Boscastle to Tintagel, and it worked out to be 11 miles. So I think I need to send them a stiff letter, but not tonight. I'm waiting for the bus now to take me back to Weybridge, and then I'll take the van to Tesco's. I'll buy myself a 6-pack, and I'm parking up behind Tesco's on an industrial estate, and I'm going to edit this film, which I hope will be on YouTube tomorrow morning. So, bye everybody, bye.